Brewers TV presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. It's the Brewers and the Cardinals for the final time in this series. Wrapping up this homestand, Brewers trying to go for the series sweep against their division rivals at American Family Field. Game one on Memorial Day, Christian Yelich got started with a bang, a two-run home run. Capped a three-run first inning, and then Jacob Mizorowski took care of business from there. 12 strikeouts, matching a career high. And then last night, it was Jake Bauers that got the party started. A home run for him in that inning. Brewers tacked on 5 the next frame. And Kyle Harrison, another brilliant performance. 6 scoreless innings for Kyle Harrison yesterday. Now, today's series finale. It's Dustin May, who's making just his second career start against the Brewers and his first since 2021. Chad Patrick is making the spot start today for the Brewers. Has not started a game since he faced the Cardinals in St. Louis earlier this month. Hi again, everybody, and welcome to the ballpark with Vinny Rotino and Sophia Minnaert down in the field. Jeff Levering with you. Thanks so much for being with us today. Going to be a great day at the ballpark just because of the fans that are here, and it's been a great homestand. But more than anything, Vinny, they have been treated to some great offense, an offense that has scored in bunches a lot lately.
We talked about in yesterday's game and in the open yesterday that they needed to add on runs, and the Brewers, did that yesterday. Look at these most multi-run innings in all of baseball, tied for 7th with the Cincinnati Reds, and they did it in yesterday's game. That Yelich double let it off, and then a couple of grinder at-bats. That's what this team does. They grind on you. A couple of walks from Churio Terang, William Contreras with that big double, and then the big blow, that Garrett Mitchell 3-run bomb. Just a flick of the wrist from that guy, 421 feet. But that 5-run inning was those add-on runs that they looked for, and they needed them yesterday. Look for more of that today, Jeff.
So the offense has been rolling. The starting pitching has been rolling. But one thing that has been so consistent for the Brewers in this great run for the last decade has been the defense. So let's bring in Sophia Minnaert as this defense continues to take shape this year.
Yeah, and the Brewers putting together their 4th shutout of the season last night behind Kyle Harrison, as you guys said. And those shutouts don't happen without great defense behind you. We know how much pride the Brewers take in their run prevention unit, having great defense. Kyle Harrison only had 2 strikeouts, so he had 7 ground ball outs, 4 flyouts, and the Brewers pitching staff had 5 strikeouts on the day. So the defense was busy behind them. No one more busy than shortstop David Hamilton last night. Made some spectacular plays behind Kyle Harrison, and this was the one of the night, ranging up to get it. Bryce Terang leaping up there as well. So Hamilton and Bryce Terang providing some excellent defense in the infield. Pat Murphy joking, I always thought David Hamilton couldn't jump. Turns out he can. Here's what David Hamilton had to say about those web gems last night.
I guess it's up there a little bit. Yeah, it was cool play. In the back of my mind, I'm still thinking about the plays that I could have made. So, it kind of takes away from it a little bit for me. But yeah, it was cool. I mean, it was kind of like a weird hit ball, so I'm just running back, and then it's kind of higher than I thought, so I had to jump and snag it out there.
Well, the Brewers have won 3 out of 4 against the St. Louis Cardinals. They had a shutout last night, and tonight they go with a bullpen game. Chad Patrick takes the mound here in the series finale as the Brewers go for a series sweep over the Cardinals.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball is presented by your Wisconsin Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. By Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. And by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Potawatomi Sportsbook. If you ever want to know what it was like to walk on top of the roof, that is it right there, folks. Just hold on to the handrails. Gorgeous day for baseball. Roof half open with Vinny Rotino and Sophia Minnaert. Jeff Levering aboard. And Brewers trying to sweep the series against the Cardinals. They've allowed just 1 run to the St. Louis Cardinals in this series. Ollie Marmol, just 9 hits to go along with those 1 run scored for the Cardinals. The starting lineup today is brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Weatherholt, Herrera, Burleson at the top. Walker, Gorman, and Wynn in the middle. Torres, Pajes, and Scott, 7, 8, and 9. A spot start today, Vinny, from Chad Patrick. Last time he was on the mound as a starter was against these Cardinals in St. Louis.
Yeah, we'll see how long he goes in this one. Last 9 2/3 innings pitched for Chad Patrick. He's been out of the bullpen, has not given up an earned run in those appearances, including 9 punch-outs and just 1 walk. He's been exceptional working out of the pen. Let's see how long he goes here. But he is making a start. Let's check out that defense behind Chad Patrick, brought to you by Landmark Credit Union. Jackson Churio in left, Garrett Mitchell in center, Sal Frelick out in right field. Around the infield, Rengifo, Hamilton, Terang, and Bowers. And behind the plate is William Contreras yet again pushing the buttons for Chad Patrick.
Home plate umpire today is Todd Titchener. He is our crew chief. Tyler Jones is over at first. Vondrak is at second base, and Adam Hammery is over at third. He had a really good zone last night. A couple of challenges, that was it. As J.J. Weatherholt about ready to dig in against Chad Patrick. Weatherholt 3 for 17 on this road trip for St. Louis. We gear up for our first pitch. It's presented by Aurora Healthcare. Patrick almost from the stretch now. First pitch of the game. Strike one. And off we go.
And remember, he is making that spot start for Logan Henderson, who was just placed on the IL with the low back tightness.
Weatherholt in the air. Shallow right for Frelick. 1 up and 1 down. 1 out of 8 in the series now is J.J. Weatherholt.
He's been struggling as of late. Just 7 for his last 40 going into that at bat. Now 7 for his last 41. Cutter up in the zone to the lefty J.J. Weatherholt from Patrick.
DH Ivan Herrera. One out of 7 in the series. Swing and a miss. Good feel on that fastball. I think the Cardinals are seeing a different version of Chad Patrick this time around. His stuff has been different. It has been more crisp since he's come out of the bullpen.
And more velocity.
Fouled back, got away with a cutter.
Average fastball for Chad Patrick has ticked up. Let's take a look at that, Arso. That cutter is his bread and butter 42% of the time. We'll throw the 4-seamer up in the zone 24% of the time, and then he mixes in the sinker as well. So a lot of fastballs, and then that slurve is still developing, but it's a good pitch when he executes it down in the zone.
2 strikes and nothing on Herrera. Chopper right at Patrick. 2 away. Patrick treated this start much like he would a normal day, that he'd be coming out of the bullpen. We saw him playing catch before the game. Typically a starter would not do that.
Right. I'm sure the message was to Chad Patrick, hey, look, we're going to have you actually start this game, but think of this as more of an appearance out of the bullpen, because he has been absolutely lights out of the bullpen in these last 10 innings now for him.
Burleson late on a fastball. There were some conversations about who to start this game, knowing that it was going to be a bullpen day. Patrick or Shane Drowan were the likely opportunities. Drowan, because they do have a couple of lefties to start this ball game in this lineup. Swing and a miss again by Burleson.
But I think the righties are a little bit more dangerous right now, the way that they're swinging the bat, between Ivan Herrera and between Jordan Walker, who is on deck. So you get through those 2 righties at least one time through, and then you bring in the lefty.
0-2 coming. Just missed. He was all strikes until then, and it was fringy, but the right call.
It looked like it was just off. William wanted it called, but did not like it enough to challenge.
He's trying to sell it to Todd Titchener. 1-2. Ground ball softly hit to second base. Terang collects and throws. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Chad Patrick. Grand total of 9 pitches.
Nothing outshines a blue moon.
See, roof is half open. No score. Brewers coming up for the first time. Murph and his squad, winners of 14 of their last 18 ball games. Starting lineup brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook, as Christian Yelich leads it off for a second consecutive ball game. Jackson Churio and Bryce Terang will follow Yelly, and then Contreras, Bowers, and Mitchell, Rengifo, Frelick, and Hamilton. That was the same exact lineup we ran out there yesterday. I bet it's the first time this year we've had back-to-back lineups. Dustin May throws home, and he misses high, ball 1.
6'6" right-hander Dustin May spent the majority of his career so far with the Dodgers. Was traded over to the Red Sox last year. Last time out against Pittsburgh on Thursday, went 5 1/3, gave up 4 on 6 hits, walked 2, and struck out 7. He's had trouble just even getting ahead of left-handed hitters specifically. That's why you're going to see 7 left-handed hitters against him today. Lefties hitting .323 against Dustin May this year.
Saw the arsenal there. Variant of the fastball and a cutter, basically. As Yelich bangs one foul, that was the cutter.
It's big stuff, Jeff. It's guys see it, right? He's 6'6". He's got that easy, free and easy delivery. He's got that long arm stroke. I think there's not much deception here to what Dustin May does on the mound.
2-1 to Yelich, coming off a 3-hit night. Swing and a miss. It's the sweeper. This is the second time that May has ever faced the Brewers. The last time 2021, and he blew out his elbow in that appearance in the 2nd inning. Tommy John surgery followed. Yelich hits it foul.
It's a guy that has been hurt basically for most of his career so far. I mean, we saw him with the Dodgers up to 100 miles per hour with the fastball. The stuff just didn't quite play, as well with the 97-ish fastball, believe it or not. I mean, it's still big stuff, but doesn't play as well.
Yelich hits a foul again.
He's been hurt a ton. He's got 6 years of service time, Jeff, and has only made 80 starts so far in his career.
Career high last year, 25 appearances. 23 of those were starts between LA and Boston. 2-2 again to Yelich. Fouled. So 7-pitch sequence. This will be number 8. Got that fastball up to 98. Line foul. He's starting to calibrate that sweeper.
Yelich just doing a great job of battling in this first at bat. How frustrating is it for opposing pitchers to face this Brewers lineup? They do this up and down the order. First at bat of the game, you're getting a 9-pitch battle at least against Christian Yelich.
6 straight swings from Yelich in sequence 2. Pitch number 9 coming. And he struck him out in front of the sweeper.
And let's check out today's Miller Time game plan. You got to play that matchup with Dustin May. Again, that struggles against those left-handers. Did punch out Christian Yelich right there, but it took him 9 pitches to do so. The changeup just cannot find it in the zone so far this season. Doesn't really play all that well at home plate. That's why he does have trouble against those lefties.
Chourio takes strike 1. 1 out of 6 in the series for Jackson Chourio. He's walked a couple of times, stole a pair of bases. Stretch of good play by the Brewers, winners of 14 of their last 18 ball games. It coincides with Chourio and Andrew Vaughn rejoining the active roster in St. Louis.
Yeah, good call.
Offense has been more cohesive. The knees for a strike. Generously.
Yeah, they were treading water. They were surviving, keeping their heads above water with those guys out. But now all of a sudden, all 3 of those guys back in the lineup, there's a sense of confidence among the group.
Wave and a miss. There's the sweeper. Back-to-back Ks for Dustin May.
Look at that defense behind Dustin May for the Cardinals. Brian Torres, another start, 5th start of his career in lefts. Victor Scott in center, Jordan Walker in right. Nolan Gorman and Alec Burleson on the corners. Mason Wynn, J.J. Weatherholt up the middle. And Pedro Pajes paired with Dustin May behind the dish.
Bryce Terang, 0 for 6 with 5 strikeouts in the series. He's walked twice and scored twice. Jammed and foul. Dustin May's red hair looks less drastic coming out of a red cap than it did a Dodger cap. Way outside.
It's a good call, Jeff.
I mean, he's got the blue cap and you had all that red hair that was coming out. It was pretty noticeable.
Yeah, and sometimes the Cardinals do wear that navy blue cap. I wonder in his starts if he requests, no, I need the red.
It used to be a navy cap road team for a long time. They have since ditched that for the most part. Yeah, they did the game 1 of the doubleheader in Cincinnati on Saturday, but typically they're just all red caps all the time. But they were a navy blue cap for a long time. 2-1 pitch. 3-1.
Well, you mentioned Bryce Terang kind of feeling for it a little bit right now, and you don't take him out of the lineup, even if he is, right? He's just one at bat away from getting hot again.
There's a strike. We were mentioning that in the series in Chicago, Vinny, and then what did he do? Has 3 hits, hits a bomb late in the game.
The opposite field bomb just over the basket in Wrigley.
3-2 on Terang. May has already struck out 2 batters. And he's got 3. All on the sweeper in this inning. Off and running in Milwaukee. No score.
Chad Patrick gets the start in the series finale between the Brewers and the Cardinals here at American Family Field. And Patrick's last start came against these Cardinals at Busch Stadium, and it was a frustrating day for him. A short start, just 3 1/3 innings, gave up 4 earned runs on a couple of walks as well. But his last 5 appearances out of the bullpen, much better. And pitching coach Chris Hook really likes what they have seen from Chad Patrick as a competitor in this bullpen role. Over these last 5 games, just over 9 innings for him, has not allowed an earned run, and great command, 9 strikeouts to just 1 walk for him. And he said the thing with Chad is that we've seen this from him at times when he's starting, is that he gets overexcited. He gets a little too revved up. Remember, he had that moment where he temporarily lost his vision on the mound. And so he said for whatever reason, he is one of those guys where when he comes out of the bullpen, he's able to lock into that competitor mode from pitch 1. And so they want that kind of response from him here in the first inning. He had 9 pitches, 8 strikes for him in that scoreless first, guys. That's exactly what Chris Hook wants to see from him. But he said you don't doubt Chad Patrick as a competitor. It's just about getting him there faster as he starts this game here today.
Thank you, Sophia. And we've talked about it a number of times. If you have time to think about when you're going to be pitching, the more you can kind of lock yourself up. And I think for Chad Patrick, coming out of the bullpen not knowing when he's going to pitch has really freed him up. And these are the results you're getting.
Yeah, so much so that, I mean, he's been so good out of the bullpen. I think Pat Murphy and Chris Hook, Jim Henderson, they would even feel comfortable with him closing a game if they needed him. I mean, the stuff's been that good as well.
Swing and a miss by Gorman. He does have 2 saves. One of those was a 4-inning save, and then the other a multi-inning save, when an inning and a third to pick up that appearance against the Dodgers. Chad has just been outstanding in that role as he hits off the end of the bat. Does Gorman. It'll be a base hit. Walker puts on the brakes. First and second, a couple of cue shots against Chad Patrick to open up the second inning.
Softly hit balls that find holes for the St. Louis Cardinals, and they have a rally going against Chad here in the second inning. Yeah, right off the end of the bat, way out in front of that cutter. Just unfortunately finds a hole past Bryce Terang. You don't make the first out at third. That's why Jordan Walker puts the brakes on.
Mason Wynn at the plate.
That's for the bunt right here.
Wynn is just 1 for 15 on this road trip that's gone to Cincinnati and now Milwaukee.
Not squaring, and a chopper hit to third. This could be 2. They will go to second for 1. On to first, 2, double play. Runner at third with 2 gone.
Tell you what, this is a really nice double play, and it's a great double play start by Rengifo. Take a look at that footwork and how he just gets rid of the ball, almost as if he's turning the double play on that second big hop. Gets rid of it. Perfect feed to Terang, who completes it. 2 big outs right there for Chad.
So much going on to fielding that ground ball right there, Vinny, that we can dive into in a moment as Torres is at the plate. All that was right there, Vinny, was knowing exactly where his body is. Knowing he's got a force out at third base, could have gone to third, but as soon as he does that, probably doesn't get the out of first.
I mean, I was thinking, okay, touch third and try to get him at first, but I agree. Mason Wynn runs too well. Probably would have been safe.
Plus, he fielded that ball almost on his heels because, as you said, in position to turn 2. As if he was a second baseman.
Right. He made a really clean transfer with his hands.
1-1 to Torres. In tight. So here it is again. Decision time right here.
Yep, and he decides, okay, I'm going to go to second base and give it to the Platinum Glover, but really clean transfer. Look how quick he transfers that to his throwing hand. And gets it over to Bryce. That was a really nifty double play turn by both Bryce and a really good start by Rengifo.
2-1 on Torres. And a pop-up. Left side. Rengifo is under it in shallow left. Puts it away. Patrick pitches around. Trouble in the second inning. No score. Dustin May back to work, and let's check out our StatCast powered by Google Cloud. 3 strikeouts on the sweeper that last half inning, Vinny, and it was moving.
It's his best breaking ball. He can definitely spin that pitch, and he punched out the top 3 hitters in the Brewers order with that pitch. A couple of lefties, and we just talked about how much trouble he's had against left-handed hitters.
Contreras, Bowers, and Mitchell. So 2 more lefties scheduled against May in the second inning. Liner into shallow right. Walker coming on to make the play. 1 pitch and 1 out in the second inning. Chad Patrick's been really good. Did give up those couple of base hits, but 18 pitches so far, 15 strikes for Chad.
Yeah, pounding the zone. He's at least got 1 more. No activity in the Brewers bullpen.
Bowers digs in, homered last night, one of his 2 hits. It's a fun night at the ballpark for Bowers. And that one down and in and hit him. So this is last night. Play on the infield, little crab walk. Then he hits a homer off of McGreevy, little big league moment there. And then with tarps off, getting acknowledgement from everybody. It's like, dude, I had to do that already. And just a moment ago, just got hit in the foot with that sweeper.
A lot of action for Jake Bowers these last couple of games. This was after game 1, having the night off against Matthew Liberatore.
Garrett Mitchell 3-run homer last night and a wave and a miss at the cutter. Ball and a strike.
That was his 3rd home run. Garrett Mitchell's 3rd on the team in RBIs with 28. And a bunch early on. These last 8 games though for Garrett. 4 extra base hits, 6 RBIs, OPS over 1,000.
Takes strike 2. Here's that home run last night.
So impressive how strong Garrett Mitchell is. Like he was just playing pepper with the center field wall right there. Center field scoreboard, I should say. That was a big shot for him.
Line foul to stay alive.
And no changeups yet from Dustin May. Basically been fastball, cutter, and then that big breaking sweeper that he has.
The fast hands right there, Vinny, were on display on that pitch. That sweeper is coming back towards the zone. Mitchell reads it, and he has the ability to just flick his wrist and stay alive.
Yeah, kind of an emergency hack right there just to foul it off, and good to see another pitch. He's got that ability. Those lightning quick hands from Garrett Mitchell.
Get fouled again. The sweeper from May is almost all the way across home plate.
14 inches of horizontal break on that pitch. Remember, the plate is only 17 inches across.
So you're saying it's most of the plate?
Most of the plate.
Got it.
3 inches short, Jeff.
Toss to first. Bauer is able to sneak back in there. His feet went out from under him. And he may do some field maintenance on his leadoff area. Slippage. Whoop.
Yeah, he was leaning. He was definitely leaning. Dustin May has given up 5 stolen bases, but 4 caught stealings. That's because Pajes is behind the dish for him. Excellent thrower.
Yeah, he caught 2 in game 1.
Yep.
Back-to-back cutters on Garrett Mitchell. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. This will be pitch number 8 in the sequence. We've already seen a 9-pitch at bat from Christian Yelich. Long sequence, 2-2. Swing and a miss. There's a sweeper again. 4 Ks with the sweeper for May.
Tried backdooring it earlier in that bat to Garrett Mitchell. This one buries it down and in, but a strike. Garrett Mitchell just swings right through that one.
Rengifo, he was busy defensively in the top half of the second. Tied up.
He's got that late moving cut fastball at 93. Even the sweeper's got that bigger velocity to it for a breaking ball. Upper 80s with that pitch from Dustin May.
All these cutters early, Vinny, opens up the sinker later in the ball game.
Yeah, sinker and changeup if he can find it. He's been a guy that has just huge upside, but he's been hurt basically for 4 seasons.
Rengifo bangs one to third. Look what I found, Nolan Gorman. That was put the glove down and hope the baseball finds it.
Get the next local Artist Series giveaway, a limited edition Brewers hat designed by Kaylee on Tuesday, June 2nd. The first 10,000 fans will take home the hat giveaway, courtesy of Hupy and Abraham. Get tickets at brewers.com.
Pedro Pajes leads it off. Chad Patrick's still out there, inning number 3, and he's ahead of Pajes 0-1. Victor Scott to follow, and then back to the top of the order. Pajes will use his timeout.
Pitch count obviously in just great shape, just 19 so far through 2 innings of work for Chad. I'm sure the Brewers would love to get Chad through that top of the order one more time. We'll see.
Pajes line drive and caught by Terang.
Got right place, played him perfectly. Bryce Terang standing right where he needs to be to catch this liner. Pajes teammates are going to tell him, hey man, that guy's been standing there for 150 years. Don't hit it there.
Pick another spot. Don't hit it to that guy. Victor Scott, 1 hit in this series. 4 for 13 on the road trip. 3 of those hits were in game 1 of their doubleheader against the Reds on Saturday. Bang foul.
Yeah, that cutter. I mean, That's a new version of Chad Patrick's cutter. He's actually got 2 versions of it. This one's just been eating lefties alive inside on that inside corner.
Fastball a touch high. Trying to keep Scott off the base path. We haven't seen him use his legs very much in the series. 1-2.
The Cardinals, they have that team speed. They have guys that can run and steal bases. However, they've been down in games. And this is why the Brewers, just to juxtapose what the Brewers are able to do, they're able to pitch and play great defense. That's why their team speed is always in play. And they don't get down too far in games typically because of that staff.
1-2 down and in with the slurve. And went right back to it. Same exact result.
And we've seen that from Chad. If he can't find the slurve, and again, it is a developing pitch for him. If he can't find it, you do see William Contreras call it back to back at times for him to see if he can find it.
Going away 3-2. And he missed. So he was ahead in the count, just could not finish off Victor Scott. A 1-out walk, and now a message from Eagle River, Wisconsin.
Get way out there. Eagle River, Wisconsin.
Back to the top of the order in Weatherholt. Flight out to right. Strike one.
Let's take a look at this 1 through 5 in the batting order between the Cardinals and the Brewers, and this is what you have to do. You have to take care of the top of the batting order for the Cardinals, hitting just 114 in this series. Look at the Brewers hitting 400 with damage.
Swing and a miss. Good pitch from Patrick. That was your Miller time game plan in game 1. Control the first section of offense for the St. Louis Cardinals in the series. The Brewers have done that to a T.
Yeah, they have. It's a great job by this pitching staff.
Toss to first. Scott is back.
I mean, if you can control the top of the order for the St. Louis Cardinals team, you're going to control their ability to score runs, or their inability to score runs, I should say.
Extra half a step for Scott. Weatherholt took inside. William Contreras has been a little gun shy here of late with his challenges.
Trying to pick his spots in more leverage spots, it seems, but with 2 strikes. Because that was a crossfire, though, I don't think he knew for sure that that was a strike.
Came back and again so close. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That last one was definitely a strike. This one a couple of baseballs off.
And what do I mean by crossfire? William was set up away to J.J. Weatherholt, and Chad Patrick pulled that pitch across to the inside corner. I didn't get a great view of it if you're William.
Weatherholt a high fly to right. Sends Frelick back. He is at the wall and makes the catch. Ballpark held it. Tell you, Chad got away with one right there. That was center square.
Oh, he just missed that. I wonder if the wind has just kind of held that one up as well, and it looks like it's blowing in from right. And this is right down the middle at 96 miles per hour. And Weatherholt thinks he got enough of it. As Sal able to get back there and haul it in, but you're right. He got away with a mistake right there, Jeff.
So Ivan Herrera tap back down the mound. Tap back to the mound. That's where we're going. And he pops this one up foul. Herrera's played in every game so far for St. Louis. Toss to first. Scott back with a dive.
Just kind of wondering how deep they're going to let Chad Patrick go. Since he's been moved to the pen, he's thrown these multi-inning appearances. He's been all the way up to 64 pitches. So we'll see how long that leash is.
He's got half of that right now. Herrera takes up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. His command has been spot on. Nobody is loosening in that Brewers bullpen.
The pitcher will tell you how deep he can go just with how crisp his stuff is coming out of his hand. Right now, it's awfully crisp for Chad.
1 and 2 as that cutter was up in the zone. Two. Fouled in and out of the glove of Contreras. Looked as if Scott was going to try and go, but shut it down as Patrick went into a slide step.
Look at this emergency hack right here from Herrera. Almost takes it out of the glove of William Contreras. Tough out. Von Herrera has been a tough out basically these last 2 seasons for the Cardinals.
18th pitch of this inning for Chad Patrick. Laid off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He threw 18 pitches in the first 2 innings combined. Trying to navigate through Herrera for a second time. Runner goes. Swinging a line drive into center, a base hit. Scott will make the turn, end up at third, and it continues for Burleson. Good piece of hitting from Ivan Herrera.
Deep at bat for Ivan Herrera, fighting off some close pitches, working the count back to even, and he doesn't really even hit this ball that well, off the hands a little bit, but it hits a liner into center field. Another dangerous bat coming up here with Burleson.
Bounced to second base in the first inning. Swing and a miss. He was expecting something on the inner part of the plate. Saw those hips open wide on that first delivery from Chad Patrick.
He stepped in the bucket big time.
Saw him do that late in the game a couple of days ago against Aaron Ashby. Swing and a miss, and did it again. 0-2. Be careful out of the zone, though. Burleson has the most hits in baseball. Pitches outside of the strike zone.
He's kind of a throwback, this guy. Just a slasher. See ball, hit ball. He's got good hands.
Struck him out. He went high. First strikeout for Chad Patrick. Cardinals strand a couple. Good time to pick up his first strikeout of the afternoon. Chad Patrick says good night to Burleson. Milwaukee Brewers baseball is presented by Miller Lite. Taste you can depend on. And by Northwestern Mutual. Discover a better way to money at northwesternmutual.com. Great day to be at the ballpark. Hey, I know that kid. It's my son Brock. He is here with his 5th grade class. School's out of session almost. He's here with a bunch of his buddies. Great day to not be at school and to be at the ballpark.
I mean, it's a field trip, right? They're not all playing hooky.
No, it is a field trip. It is a sanctioned day away from school. I mean, I paid for his ticket, so yes. But he's out there having a great time. I went out and hung out in the bleachers before the game today and said hi. Said hi to some of his classmates. I can finally put some faces to names when he comes home from school. He goes, oh, I was talking to XYZ. And there he is, having a good time.
Oh, man.
Don't tell me what names those kids are now, but I met them earlier. Ground ball hit to short. Mason Wynn has it.
It's catcher's interference.
Catcher's interference. Good call, Vinny. Another catcher's interference for Sal Frelick.
I just don't know at this point why catchers.
Runners awarded first base.
Why catchers don't set up a good 2 feet from where they're used to setting up against Sal Frelick, because at this point, I mean, there's been so. I mean,
that's his 5th.
5 catcher's interferences now to lead off an inning. For this inning for Sal Frelick.
Fun fact, Vinny, he leads the league in catcher's interference.
I gotta imagine.
I think by a wide margin.
I mean, we're only at May 27th at this point. He's on pace for what, 15 of them? That would be a record. It's my guess. We're gonna have Dom check that.
And the next closest is Francisco Alvarez of the Mets with 2. Aaron Judge has 2. But you would expect that from Judge because he's 10 feet tall.
Yeah, right. Got the long levers. I mean, Sal's not trying to do that, everybody. I mean, it's just a product of him fighting in an at-bat, seeing the ball deep, and clipping the catcher's mitt.
Hamilton pops it up. And that's out number 1. Brings up Yelich, had a 9-pitch at bat, ended in a strikeout in the first inning. Brewers hit the road, go to Houston after the game today. We'll spend the off day in Houston and then take on the Astros over the weekend. But wherever your weekend plans take you, Brewers TV is everywhere. Whatever you're doing today, it's so gorgeous. I mean, you could be watching Brewers TV on your deck and just enjoying the day if you want. You don't have to be inside to watch. Yelich into center. Victor Scott a couple of steps back. Take us wherever you go. Brewers TV. It's the beauty of it.
Yeah, I do. I do on my days off. Have the game on my phone if I have to do something around the house or pick up my kids.
Got the game on your phone.
Yeah.
Just don't watch it while you're driving.
No,
that's
I
a
don't
bad
do
idea.
Just listen. Just listen to you and Rock.
Or me and Dillard if it's not you. I mean, it'd be
Right.
tough for you to watch and do other things if you were working with me. So
Good point.
that would be multitasking to the extreme. And a swing and a miss by Churio. It's 0-2. Dustin May has the good stuff. Prior to his last outing, he had been in a stretch for 7 starts at an ERA of 2.83. Two low.
He's been struggling in the month of May, as Dustin May, pardon the pun. Been up 12 earned runs in a 23 inning in a 3rd innings coming into this one.
Toss to first, back is Sal. Strike 3, fastball at 97. 5th strikeout for Dustin May. We're scoreless through 3.
Major League Baseball is partnering with Crisis Text Line to increase mental health awareness. For free 24/7 confidential mental health support in English and Spanish, text MLB to 741-741.
With half open as Jordan Walker leads it off. Some activity begins in the Brewers bullpen as Patrick tries to pitch through the 4th. He's allowed 3 singles. Walker's got one of them. Even 300 batting average for Jordan Walker. Jammed him shallow right. Long run Frelick, and he'll come up short. Another base hit for Jordan Walker. Now a message from Wendy's. Four hits allowed, but nothing hit hard against Chad Patrick today.
Yeah, nothing on the barrel for sure. 2 hits in the second inning. Walker and Gorman both off the end of the bat, and then the latest 2 singles off the hands. Guerrera and Walker.
Highest exit velocity 92. That was off the bat of Herrera. Nothing over 82 otherwise. Again, exit velocity means none. Exit hits, that means a lot. Down the way, 2-0.
You know, they used to say get the ball down and you're not going to have to deal with those little blue pits off the hands that get over the infielders, but it's a different game now, right? You're trying to elevate the baseball, trying to get over barrels.
Away. Fouls it back, had a big cut at that sinker. Two to Nolan Gorman. Got him. Second strikeout for Chad Patrick.
57th strikeout of the year of Nolan Gorman. He's cut down the strikeout rate a bit, but that's still an area where he really has trouble, getting the bat on the baseball at the top of the zone.
William Contreras going out to chat with Chad Patrick. Shane Drowan loosening in the Brewers' pen. Mason Wynn hit into a double play back in the second inning.
Giving Drowan an opportunity to get loose a little bit quicker. Potentially being ready for left-handed hitting Brian Torres. He's in the hole. I apologize. He's on deck.
He was in the hole a batter ago.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
He's currently on deck.
Currently on deck. Just missed. And Contreras was hanging on to it for a moment. Big swing and a miss on the cutter.
Chad Patrick's so tough on opposing hitters because you can't really key on one thing that he's doing. He will mix it up, down, east, west. He can get you out in a multitude of ways. He can get you out with that four-seam fastball up to 97 at that top rail, but he's still going to rely on that bread and butter of getting you out with that cutter that does go east-west so well and late.
Swing and a miss again. Sinker at 96.
Yeah, and then he goes with the sinker down at the bottom of the zone. The last thing you're expecting from Chad Patrick.
Talk a lot about the crossers and the corners. That's Patrick to a T.
Right.
Hitting those different spots in the corners of the strike zone with different pitches that move different ways. 1-2. Swing and a foul held on to by Contreras. Another cutter. Back-to-back Ks for Patrick.
A beautiful sequence right here from Chad Patrick and William Contreras kind of navigating through this at bat. And that's that front hip, front door sinker or cutter against Mason Wynn. And he gets him for that second out of the inning.
Brian Torres popped up back in the second inning. Remember, he made his major league debut on Saturday. 9 years of affiliated baseball, 2 in the independent leagues. Right down the road in Franklin with the Milwaukee Milkmen. Won a batting championship last year in AAA. 0-1 on Torres.
I wrote a report on Brian Torres when I was scouting with the Texas Rangers. I went back and looked at it, and I got him right. For 11 years, I had him as an organizational player.
Yeah.
Now he's making me look bad, making that report look wrong because he looks like a big leaguer now.
Didn't quit.
Yep.
Missed outside. He's always had a keen eye. On base percentage king.
It's going to be interesting too, Jeff, what the Cardinals do with him once Nathan Church comes back from running into the wall. He's on the IL currently. Are they going to send him back down? Yeah, I'm telling you, he looks like a cog in the wheel for their lineup.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Was in the Brewers organization for a number of years before signing with the Milkmen. It's kind of in that fringy area during the 2020 season. Not a lot of jobs that were available for minor league players trying to find places to play. 2-2 on Torres. Popped him up third base side. Long run, Rengifo out of room.
It's this kind of mindset that makes him a good player, and the Brewers are just, riddled with these kinds of guys that will battle with 2 strikes, not afraid to hit with 2 strikes. It's a valuable thing to have in your lineup, a tough out, despite not having a ton of natural kind of pop in the bat. Will extend at bats. That's what Brian Torres does.
Tried to have that sinker come back off that front hip. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see Walker on the move with Bowers playing behind him. Three-two coming. Lined down the right field line. That'll have a chance to score Walker, and he will score with ease as Torres is into second, not stopping. He's on his way to third. Terang has it, puts it in his pocket. It's an RBI triple for Brian Torres. The Cardinals take a 1-0 lead.
It's just a tough at-bat. It's a great at-bat from this kid, the 28-year-old rookie. I mean, because at some point, as a pitcher and as a catcher, like, what do we throw this guy to get him out? And he hangs the cutter. Kind of almost, you don't give in, but you kind of just want him to put it in play, and he rifles it into that corner, and Jordan Walker able to score easily. He's got his first major league triple.
Cutter that was left over the middle of the plate as Shane Drone is ready in the Brewers bullpen. Patrick delivers strike 1 on Pajes.
That was all brought to you by the Wire Cam by Potawatomi.
Great look at what a triple looks like from that wired cam. All the moving pieces. Pajes swings and misses. Good cutter. That's where he wanted to put that pitch, right, to Brian Torres. That's the difference between a triple into the corner and a routine ground out to second or first.
Yeah, that's right. Patrick nearing the end of his leash here.
60 pitches for Chad. Been a good outing, trying to finish strong. Got him. So he finishes with 3 strikeouts in the 4th inning, but the Cardinals strike first on the triple by Torres.
Brewers and Cardinals back here at American American Family Field, and you can join Brewers alumni, local high school athletes, and experienced coaches for a fun day of baseball activities for kids ages 5 to 12. This event is free and includes a free lunch for all participants. The kids will build skills, rotate through fun stations. They can also take photos with the mascots. Pre-registration for this event is required. The space is limited. This is coming up Saturday, June 6th, guys. So if you want to get signed up, you can go to brewers.com/playball.
Thank you so much, Sophia. And while we still have you, Sophia, since you will be on assignment this weekend, hearty congratulations your way as a Marquette alum. You are the Young Alum of the Year at Marquette. Congratulations, Sophia.
Thanks, guys. It's very nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, it should be fun. I'll miss you guys in Houston, but you'll be in very good hands with Steven Watson, so it'll be fun.
We're looking forward to it. Congratulations, Sophia. No one more deserving. It was the 1-1, and it's down and away, and we'll have a challenge for Pies.
The catcher is challenging the pitch.
ABS Challenge powered by T-Mobile. Mostly in the strike zone.
St. Louis has 2 remaining.
For Dustin May, he has thrown a gem so far. Brewers have yet to have a hit. There's 2 base runners. Swing and a miss. And that sweeper is on point. 6 Ks for May.
A nasty 87-mile-per-hour sweeper right here to the back foot of Bryce Terang. Look how much that pitch is moving. We talked about some of that horizontal movement, 14 inches. It's late. Brewers hitters are not able to pick it up today so far.
Contreras fly to right first time up and takes strike 1.
Pounding the zone.
Just free and easy. 48 pitches, only 13 out of the strike zone. Ground ball right side. Weatherhold takes care of out number 2.
And Dustin May showing exactly why the Cardinals wanted to sign him despite not having a lot of success or a lot of healthy seasons so far in his career. I mean, he's been successful with the Dodgers, but again, a lot of injuries. Last year had an ERA around 5 in his first healthy season for a while, but they signed him for $12.5 million. And this is why they were hoping to get outings like this from him. Let's see if the Brewers can get something going.
Curious how he was going to make his adjustments second time through the order. Pitch counts have not been an issue for him. A lot of the reason in the first inning he threw 19 is because he threw 9 to Yelich to open up the game.
Right.
Strike on Bowers.
It hasn't allowed a hit yet.
A hit by pitch and the catcher's interference, the only base runners for the Brewers. Left that one alone. Chad Patrick gave up the 1-run, 2-out RBI triple by Brian Torres in his 4 innings. Bowers swings and misses, 2-2. Season high in strikeouts is 7 for Dustin May. His career high is 10. He did that in 2021 before he came to Milwaukee and hurt his elbow. Got him. Wow, 99 on the outside corner in May with 2 more strikeouts. Matches his season high with 7.
On purchases, terms apply.
Wire Cam brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Sipping our way into the 5th inning between the Cardinals and the Brewers series finale. Dustin May has had good so far as Shane Drone comes in. Our Gruber Law Offices. 1 call, that's all called to the pen. 11th appearance for Drone.
Last pitch on Sunday against the Dodgers. He's been serving is that bulk middle reliever role for the Brewers. He's been exceptional in that role since his major league debut, where he did give up 3 earned runs, at 22 and 2/3 innings pitched, only giving up 5 earned runs in that time, with 25 punch outs. So he's been exceptional.
2 pitches that he would like to have back from that outing on Sunday. It came consecutively. Fouled at home plate. It was a 2-run triple and then a 2-run homer. Back-to-back pitches. And that was the difference in the game.
Yep. Pages gave up that home run to Andy Pages.
Kyle Tucker got him for the triple.
Very few mistakes Shane Drowan has made over the heart of the plate since he's been called back up after that debut.
Check the swing, did not go. Chad Patrick today, 4 strong innings, just over 60 pitches, 5 hits, just 1 run. Didn't walk a batter. Walked 1, excuse me. Ground ball, second base. Terang throws him out. Let's go downstairs, check in with our young alum of the year, Sophia Minter, with more on Brandon Woodruff.
Thanks, Steph. Yeah, Brandon Woodruff, he's taking good steps forward here as he works his way back. He threw a bullpen earlier this week, and the steps moving forward for him to get him back into the starting rotation. He's going to go with the team to Houston. He's planning to throw a bullpen on Friday when the team returns home. Probably a light touch and feel for him off the mound on Monday. And then Wednesday they have scheduled that live BP where they're hoping to get him to 4 ups.
Thanks so much, Sophia. It's a double from J.J. Weatherhold. Cardinals are in business in the 5th inning. So it seems like a very good report for Brandon Woodruff. Just 1 extra time to throw before he rejoins the big league roster is what it would seem.
Yeah, what a shot in the arm that will be for this rotation that's already been pitching so well. How much depth does this Brewers rotation have with Brandon Woodruff on the cusp of coming back? So many different options. Kind of spoiled, really.
Can never have enough starting pitching. I think the Brewers have learned that year after year. And having the depth that they have has been critical.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at around the league, as you see the ace, one of the true aces in the league right there, in Jacob Mizorowski and Coleman Crow, he is set to come back here as well. But if you look around the league and you look at some of the struggling teams, especially on the pitching side of things, it's because they don't have depth.
Right.
You know, Chris Hooks talked about it a ton, how we're kind of in a drag racing era of starting pitching, almost like drag racers where they're going max effort and guys are getting hurt. So you got to have that depth.
Hit off the foot of Herrera. Goes down in a heap. It's 0-2. Don't forget Quinn Priester is having another rehab assignment appearance today. This is the foul ball off of Herrera.
Breaking ball right off the top of the foot. Ouch. If you're the Brewers, you're hoping he's okay, but you're hoping he takes the rest of the game off. Quite frankly, more dangerous bats in the Cardinals lineup.
Looks like it got him in the space in between the padded areas. Of course it would.
So those shin guards, they actually come flat, and then you dip them in hot water and they mold them almost like a cast to your leg. But that spot right there is exposed where he got hit. Look at this foul ball right in that spot. Ouch.
No matter what it is, no matter what kind of gear you put on, wherever you're going to foul the ball off or you're going to get hit, it will miss that spot that's padded.
Right.
All right, so if you're Shane Drowan, he just fouled a ball off of his front foot. Where are you going with this next pitch?
Yeah, you could go right back inside. See if they do it.
Check swing. And Hamilton throws him out. Herrera not running very well at all. He was just playing pepper with that baseball.
Well, some people, after fouling one off, they will step in the bucket to make sure that they don't get another one off the foot, and so you can actually go away. You just got to flip a coin as to see, and that's exactly what they did, just to see what that hitter's going to do. And Herrera was stepping in the bucket. He didn't want to foul another one off.
2 away for Burleson. He's grounded out and struck out. Cardinals in the series coming in were 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. 0 for 5 so far today. Brewers haven't had a man in scoring position yet.
They had a hit yet.
I was going to say it, Vinny.
We can jinx that thing all day, Jeff.
You're right. You can.
There's no such thing as a broadcaster's jinx.
I agree with you. 2-0 is a strike. We are just reporting the news.
Yeah.
Two-1 to Burleson. 3-1. 97 on the fastball from Drone. Burleson hitting .220 against left-handed pitching. This is the matchup that Pat Murphy wanted. 3 of the 4 hitters in this inning left-handed. Off the end of the bat to center field. Mitchell is there, and Drone pitches around the weather hole double.
Cardinals leading the Brewers 1-0 in the bottom of the 5th. It's a party at the ballpark during Brewers Pride Night on Friday, June 12th. Join the game against the Phillies and enjoy Pride activations all around the ballpark. Get your seats and learn more at brewers.com/community nights.
6, 7, and 8 for the Brewers in this 5th inning. Down 1-0 against the Cardinals. Big old curveball in for a strike from May. 7 strikeouts from May. He's matched his season high.
He just has not made, that's the first changeup he's thrown in the ball game. He just has not made too many mistakes so far. Pitching to the edges. He's got that sweeper working.
There's a strike, 1-2. Fastball's been firm too, 96 to 99. Didn't bend enough. And a challenge
The
from
catcher charging
Paez.
the pitch.
Ooh, this is going to be close. ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. Oh man, just
Pitch is
did
a
took
strike.
the corner.
St. Louis has 2 remaining.
8 strikeouts now for Dustin May. That was a good challenge from Paez.
Yeah, it's almost an unhittable pitch. How far out this pitch starts and then just does clip the edge. And Paez didn't even catch it that well, but challenged by him. Season high in strikeouts now with 8.
Efo tied up.
It's such a free and easy delivery. Yes, hitters have been able to see it, but at the same time, if he's tunneling well, which means throwing out of that same window and all the different pitches are going to the edges, it's tough.
Rengifo off the handle into right for Walker. 2 gone, and now a word from Auto Owners Insurance.
With the right coverage from auto owners, when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered. That's simple human sense.
Sal reached on catcher's interference in the 3rd, the last base runner for the Brewers.
As a hitter, you can feel that a guy is in sync. You can feel that a guy has a lot of confidence on the mound and in rhythm. You just try to fight your way on somehow, some way.
Well, he hasn't walked the batter yet. Hit Jake Bauers in the foot in the second inning. If anybody's going to give you a long AB, it's going to be this guy.
Right.
63 pitches from May. Fouled away.
And they're watching it in the dugout as well, paying attention to how Dustin May is doing it today. And again, you can sense that he's got the confidence in the field to get through this tough Brewers lineup, who's been one of the best offenses in baseball.
And another challenge from Pages. Did he tap his helmet? Looked like he did.
Ooh, that ball.
Pat Murphy saying, hey, he tapped his helmet.
Right.
It certainly looked like he did. He got close to it and
decided against it.
Alligator arm. Just the second 3-ball count for May. And Frelick back up the middle. Wynn is there. Gets up, fires, scoop. Holy cow, what a play. The no-hitter is intact on a gem from Wynn, and then the pick by Burleson at first. My goodness. That deserves a star, even though it's for the Cardinals. Defensive play of the game brought to you by Aurora Healthcare.
Total Power.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball is presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Bet above the rest. And by Prevagen. Prevagen, made for your brain. Play the game so far. Mason Wynn ranging and then getting up and throwing out Sal Frelick. Drones back to work. Jordan Walker 2 for 2 takes strike 1. The pick by Burleson also fantastic.
Yeah. That was a big time play against a speedy runner, Sal Frelick. Let's take a look at Shane Drowen's hand placement and then watch how he gets a little rhythm going with his hands down before he starts his motion.
Chopper over the bag. Terang plants, throws, got him. He's delayed here for a moment as Jordan Walker, as the pitch timer is going now. It's at 15 and Walker is just behind home plate. Gorman might have to use his timeout. There you go. Still not to the dugout.
Yeah, if you're Gorman, you're like, get off the field, bro. Out of that bat.
Just had to burn my timeout. Line fouled in the left field line.
But that little hand pump, that rhythm with his hands, that's been the big change for Shane Drowen. Chris Hook, Jim Henderson, Juan Sandoval, they helped him kind of figure this out. You know, his hands were kind of glued to his chest. And the timing was way off in his delivery. Not way off, but these are the little subtle movements and changes that the pitching department, you know, is able to make with guys and able to help guys. Little tiny hand movement gets him on time at foot strike. It's amazing how they can find these little subtle cues to help guys out.
Swing and a miss. He strikes out Nolan Gorman. Take it away, Vinny. Break it down.
Yeah, look at what the change that he has been able to make. This is with Boston, against Boston in his major league debut. Watch how his hands, and first of all, he's set up differently on the rubber as well. His hands don't move with Boston or against Boston in that debut. We're going to take a really good look at it here. And now his hands got a little bit more movement. And again, he's able to get the hand up at foot strike on time. See how he was late on that video to the left.
That is such a subtle thing.
It is. It's amazing.
But those are the things that Chris Hook and Jim Henderson and this pitching group see. It's just one little thing.
Right.
And it can unlock everything.
Right. It's not a cookie cutter approach, right? What does that mean? They're not taking the same approach with every guy. Okay, we need you to shorten up your arm path, or it's individualized for each guy. And he's talked about how being on time helps him feel confident that he can just rip through the baseball. Doesn't matter what pitch he's throwing. He's got a deep pitch mix, and they're all good. He just had to make sure that he was on time as that arm was up, ready to fire.
3-1 on Mason Wynn, who preserved the no-hitter with that great play in the bottom of the 5th. Ground ball towards short. Hamilton diving, gets up, throws. Powers with a scoop on the other end. Well, we've seen some great shortstop play here this afternoon. David Hamilton diving to his left, and a pick by Powers on the other end. Just a 1-0 game. Our Toyota resets. Patrick started this game, gave up the 1 run in the 4th. Dustin May with 5 scoreless thus far. He's not given up a hit as David Hamilton leads off, squares the bunt, pulls it back, and takes ball 1. So Hamilton to end the inning defensively. I mean, what a gem.
Outstretched dive, and then he's so quick to get to his feet to throw out the speedy Mason Wynn.
Ball and a strike on Hamilton. Again, something very subtle, but the way that he was able to move his body in a way to when he got up, he was in a position to throw better.
Right. Kind of round it a little bit.
Swing and a miss, 1-2. That cutter has been on point for May.
Okay, not only the movement, but the location, right? They're burying it in the hands of left-handed hitters.
Two on Hamilton. Slow roller, first base side. Glove flip by Weatherholt for the out. One away for Yelich. Brewers are just 2 over the minimum against May. Here's that play on our wire cam. Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Any bobble, and David Hamilton's going to be safe. One of the fastest players in the sport. And Weatherholt just clean flip over to Burleson to record the first out.
There's Yelich against May. 3rd time through now. Up and in, ball 1. It into the ground on the cutter. 1 ball, 1 strike on Yelich. He struck out and fly to center. Ground ball right side. Got in on his hands with another cutter. 2 away in the 6th.
And clearly, the Brewers have been unable to discern between the fastball and then the cut fastball from Dustin May. It is so late, and it looks like that heater, and he's done enough work with the fastball at 97 down in the zone that the Brewers can't decide what's what.
2 outs, nobody on. Churio, a couple of Ks against May. Strike 1. May's career high in strikeouts is 10. Did that back in 2021 as a Dodger. He's got a season high of 8 this afternoon. Fly ball, center field. Back goes Scott on the track. Inning over. Just missed it.
Today's Tavern of the Game winner is Alpine Inn in La Crosse. If the tavern calls the Milwaukee Brewers by 10 a.m. tomorrow, they will receive 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen. This offer is courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite.
Have you visited the Alpine Inn, Vinny?
I'm pretty sure I've seen Pat McCurdy there in college.
Not to name drop or anything, but there's Brian Torres with Aaron Ashby taking over on the mound for the Brewers. He is the big league leader in wins with 8. And if the Brewers can get some offense today, he could potentially be in position for number 9.
That's a good call. He pitched in game 1 of the series. 2 innings of work, 21 pitches is all it took for him to get through that outing. Didn't give up a run, didn't give up a hit, punched one. Looking to keep it right here at 1-0. Hopefully get the bats going finally against Dustin May.
May has completed 6 innings a number of times this year. Torres swings and misses. That's a big league slider right there from Aaron Ashby. May has not thrown a pitch in the 7th inning yet this year, and this is nasty.
Yeah, not seeing this in indie ball is Brian Torres. That's a disgusting curveball from top to bottom to get the kid who doesn't strike out.
Pages takes a strike. Line out and a strikeout. Pages uses his timeout. Down and away. Ball and a strike. 97 on the sinker from Ashby.
So what you're looking for from Aaron Ashby when he's locked in, it's keeping that head on with good direction towards home plate a little bit longer and keeping that front shoulder closed.
Swing and a miss.
Just like that. That sinker starts on the plate and just dives down and away at 96 to a righty. Almost like a right-handed slider. Got that kind of movement to it.
Chopped into the ground. Pages stays alive. Patrick started, drone for 2. Now Ashby in the 7th. On 2-2. Here comes Ashby. Rolled foul. It's 7, 8, and 9 in the inning. Ashby's already got one out in the well. 2-2. Fly ball right center. That's going to plug the gap. Pages into second base with a 1-out double.
Pedro Pages hammers mistakes. This is a mistake down the middle on a 2-2 sinker that was left up in the zone, elevated a little bit, and he drives it into that right center field gap. Able to cruise into second base for that 1-out double.
That is a big out right there at second base. A huge run for the Cardinals. Already up 1-0, and Dustin May dealing. And a pitch count in a really good place as Scott takes strike 1. For May, just 75 pitches through his 6 innings. He has topped out at 97 a couple of different times. So, I mean, you're looking at really good appearance and some length, too, for May. The Cardinals bullpen has been suspect-ish with the exception of Riley O'Brien at the back end.
Right. Yeah, he's been good.
And at this point, May is all by himself. To that 6 innings without allowing anything, and everybody's going to leave you alone. That's in the dirt, knocked down by Contreras. I don't know how he stopped that pitch. That bounced 10 feet in front of home plate.
I don't know if I've ever seen a block where the catcher has his glove down, ready to block, and then has to protect his face almost and flip the glove in the other direction. It's a big 90 feet for him to stop.
Lands on the outside corner, and a challenge from Scott.
About changing the pitch.
This is going to be really close by a whisker of ball.
Pitch is ball. St. Louis has 2 remaining.
Less than 2/10 of an inch, and that's a swing pitch too.
Yeah. That's a big challenge.
Back in and now 3-2. Foul. Ooh, that got Todd Tichenor in the foul ball.
A 99-mile-per-hour heat-seeking sinker in on the hands of Victor Scott, who is well late on this, and it gets Tichenor right in the toe. Again, in a spot where there's no protection.
Back in the day, umpires used to wear steel-plated shoes. But then they started walking like Frankenstein, and they decided, you know what, that's not a good idea. So they have gone away from the steel-plated shoes, but they are reinforced. 3-2 on Scott. Struck him out looking. 100-mile-an-hour fastball from Ashby.
That's a great call by William Contreras right here. 3 sinkers in a row because Victor Scott was so late on all 3 of them, and then he was thinking of something else, and Ashby just executes one right down the middle for strike 3.
J.J. Weatherholt digs in. He doubled his last time in the 5th and takes down and away. A run on 7 hits for the Cardinals. In and out of the glove of Contreras. Another foul ball off that fingertip area. One to Weatherholt. Good take. 2 balls and a strike. The amount of swings and misses Ashby gets on pitches just like that. This kid's a rookie. Fly ball into center. Mitchell a couple steps back. Ashby puts up a 0. It is time to stretch in the heart of the order coming up for the Brewers. Terang, Contreras, and Bowers looking to break this thing up against the Cardinals and Dustin May.
Only at Potawatomi.
Back in Milwaukee, where there's a no-hitter going on here right now. The Cardinals doing the job. Dustin May against Milwaukee. Back at the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. Do you see that? There's a no-hitter going on.
Did you say no-hitter?
I did say no-hitter. Who's there?
No hitter.
All
right. Did we jinx it enough?
Let's see if we can erase it here right now. Dustin May entering the 7th inning, guys.
I didn't think I heard you. No hitter?
Exactly. No hitter.
No hitter. We're in the 7th. Here's Terang. And a ground ball to the right side. Weatherholt has it. 1 pitch into the 7th inning. And that's 1 away. 76 total pitches for Dustin May. He has not given up a base runner since the 3rd inning. The Brewers have not had a man to 2nd in the game. Contreras is grounded out and flied out. Strike 1. Just been free and easy all day for May.
56 strikes of the 77 pitches, just pounding the zone with everything.
Fly ball, right field line. Walker, long run. He is there and makes the catch in fair territory.
And when you're cruising, you get away with mistakes as well, right? That pitch was right down the middle to a guy, one of the hottest hitters in baseball, William Contreras, and he was unable to barrel it up. He missed it.
Well, you got your home run leader for the Brewers, Jake Bauers, who's got 8 on our Wisconsin Lottery home run leaderboard. Let's see if Bauers can wreck this. He got hit by a pitch in the second and struck out in the fourth on 2 base runners. Swing and a miss. He tried. The Cardinals did not have a hit in game 1 until the 6th. Had just 3 total base runners in that game against Miz and company. Bauers takes low. And then Pages just threw it to the second base bag.
You see, nothing good happens after a ball touches the grass. They're throwing it back to the pitcher. See if Jake Bauers can make something bad happen right here.
That sweeper has been on another level today for Dustin May. Strike 3 called, a fastball, and May is through 7 no-hit innings in Milwaukee.
Join the crew Wednesday, June 3rd for Backyard Baseball Night. Buy a special ticket and receive a Pablo Sanchez bobblehead and stay for post-game fireworks presented by T-Mobile. Visit Brewers.com/theme nights.
Aaron Ashby continues on. Dustin May has yet to give up a hit in this game. And the Brewers just trying to keep the Cardinals where they are, ahead by just 1. Middle of the order for the Cardinals, starting with Herrera, who's still in the ball game after fouling that ball off his foot in the 5th. One out of 3 for Herrera. He's got 1 of the 7 hits. Check the swing, didn't go. Great crowd here tonight, or this afternoon rather. There's a strike. It's 3-2 and a challenge from Herrera.
The batter is challenging the pitch.
He turned around and looked into the Cardinal dugout before he decided to challenge.
Yeah, that was a little suspect.
Yes, it was. And he's going to win this challenge.
Yeah. Pitch is the ball. St. Louis has 2 remaining.
I would love to see that again. To see as he spun out of there, looked into the dugout, and then decided to challenge.
They're not supposed to be able to do this right here, although he was taking off his shin guard. He does, and it doesn't really peek in there, but yeah, a little gray area. I'm not challenging anything with my pitcher, however, with a no-hitter, right?
No
You're going to protect those challenges. Worked out for Herrera.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there, Vinny. Leadoff man on for St. Louis. Good news is, you know, Herrera's not going anywhere over at first base.
Yeah, good ground ball double play candidate right here, Burleson.
Fly ball center. Mitchell drifting back. He's got it measured. 1 away. And now a message from Potawatomi Sportsbook.
When Potawatomi Sportsbook invited me, John Kuhn, to be their spokesperson, I had to join the team. Yes! Yeah! Potawatomi Sportsbook. Your sport, our stadium.
Jordan Walker, a couple of hits. He's scored the only run.
Scored from first base on a triple by Brian Torres. Ground ball to third. Rengifo, they get one. They get two. We'll see if Ollie Marmol challenges this.
He looked out.
Do not challenge. Very nice play. Second time that the Brewers have gone around the horn. Bottom of the eighth coming up. 1-0 and more. Dustin May.
Shines a blue moon.
Brewers with a hopeful RBI situation. Northwestern Mutual Foundation funding 5 hours, equivalent to $250 of childhood cancer research. Mitchell takes up and away. Northwestern Mutual and the Brewers proud to partner to carry childhood cancer. Trying to will ahead, will some runs across against May. No hitter through 7. It's inside, 2 balls, no strikes.
I'd love to see a bloop and a blast right here and then have Abner close this thing out. It's just a 1-0 lead by the Cardinals.
Line drive left center field. It is over the head of Torres. Mitchell will have at least a double, and he will stop right there. The no-hitter is gone. The tying run is in scoring position.
Oh, there you go. That's how you break up a no-hitter right there. Garrett Mitchell's 9th double of the season. You know, bring him around to score now. Now you're going to get all kinds of activity in the Cardinals bullpen. And that pitch just hung over the middle of the plate. Haven't seen many mistakes at all from Dustin May and Brian Torres. A good route, just not a great outfielder in general. Brian Torres, that's over his head for a double.
Rengifo squares, pulls it back, ball 1. There you go, Garrett Mitchell. Let's keep it rolling.
They want to beat this Cardinals team in the worst way. They want to sweep them here at American Family Field. A good start from Garrett Mitchell in this 8th inning.
Rengifo squared on the first pitch. Squares here, lays it down. It's a beauty. He's going to have a hit. They're on the corners. After giving up the base hit to Mitchell, May just totally forgot what his assignment was on the bunt.
And so did Nolan Gorman. Yeah, this is Nolan Gorman has to come crashing hard in on this ball. As soon as he sees it at him, yes, Dustin May forgot his assignment as well. Just flustered. Not actually sure what he's thinking right there, but Nolan Gorman has to come crashing in to get it out there.
Vinny, defensively, they have kept him at home to try and get it out at third base, though. I know there's no force out there, which makes it very curious. But man, that was very, very suspect.
Yeah, he just kind of gives up on the play completely. But also, again, that third baseman has to come crashing in on that ball.
Ollie Marmol is going to pull May from this game. With Frelick coming up, JoJo Romero has been loosening. 7+ innings. Now, what a performance from Dustin May. Now the game belongs to the Cardinal bullpen, and the Brewers have something cooking. Dustin May can do nothing but watch now. He has done his part in an unbelievable performance from him. But he's responsible for both runners. Just 2 hits, 9 strikeouts, no walks. Now it's JoJo Romero against Sal Frelick. Sal almost got hit.
JoJo's been excellent for the Cardinals. He's the setup guy. Riley O'Brien's the closer. Take a look at this sinker up and in on Sal. Just missed the sleeve.
Frelick on the ground, right side. Burleson looks the runner back. Throw to second. They get 1. Same situation. 1 away.
That's a read situation for Garrett Mitchell. Anything to the corners, you're reading it. Up the middle, you're going to go. And he stays put. Now 1st and 3rd with 1 out.
And we'll have a pinch hitter. Andrew Vaughn will come off the bench and hit for David Hamilton. So Pat Murphy pulls the ace out of his hat and brings up Vaughn. See the numbers for him on the season. Vaughn played in game 1, had 3 hits, including a pair of doubles.
Pretty good ace up your sleeve to have Andrew Vaughn coming off the bench. Take a look at his numbers in his career pinch hitting. Hasn't pinch hit all that often. Everyday player with the White Sox, and same story here now that he's with the Brewers. But last 14, he's hitting .372 with 7 extra base hits.
Romero, number 1 in the big leagues in holds with 14. He's also been unbelievable with inherited runners and keeping them on the base paths. Pages will get into his defensive signals. Please send the pitch comm out there with all of his defense without going through signs. Great speed on the bases with Frelick at first and Mitchell at third. Double play depth up the middle with Vaughn at the plate. Way high. Pages saved a run.
He got a great arm out there in right field. It's got to be deep enough. Obviously, Garrett Mitchell extremely fast. One of the best arms in baseball right there in right field, and Jordan Walker.
There's a strike. He threw him a sinker at 94. Vaughn is 2 for 5 career against JoJo Romero, including a double. And he looked at a ball.
That is a tremendous take right there on an excellent changeup from JoJo Romero. He's got a very good changeup slider combination.
Fouled back, had a good one to hit. Not an easy thing to do when you haven't played in the last couple of days and then come off the bench. As you see Trevor McGill getting ready if this game is tied or the Brewers take the lead. Hall otherwise. 2-2 on Vaughn. Strike 3 called. He got frozen on a breaking ball.
This guy's been good for a while, and he shows why he's leading the league in holes. That is just perfectly executed right on that back door and freezes Andrew Vaughn. Huge second out.
Remember, this was 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Frelick reached on a fielder's choice, a strikeout of Vaughn, and now it's Yelich looking for his first ever hit against Romero. He's 0 for 6. That is low. Well, a year ago, the Brewers were down to their final out in the 9th inning against the Boston Red Sox. Frelick tied it, and then Yelich hit a walk-off grand slam. Well, it's Yelich with runners on the corners and 2 outs in the 8th. In tight, almost hit him. Yelich trying to at least tie this game. 2-0 pitch. Right back up the middle. He does just that. Mitchell scores. Frelick to third. We are even, 1 apiece.
Christian Yelich coming up with a big 2-out hit. Huge 2-out RBI to tie this game at 1. There's a 2-0 sinker right down the middle. He's ready for it. Barrels it up right down the middle, right back up the middle. That's Toyota drive of the game by Yelly. And the Brewers are not done as Sal Frelick cruises into third base with Jackson Chourio up at the plate.
So Chourio fly to deep center his last time. Ground ball up the middle. Wynn has it. Bobbles! Everybody's safe. And the Brewers have the lead.
Well, how about this game of baseball? You will see something unexpected. You are not expecting one of the best defenders in the game in Mason Wynn to make such an error, crucial error at such a crucial time. Wow. Bobbles it, and now all of a sudden the Brewers have a 2-1 lead. And again, not done.
DL Hall sits down. Trevor McGill will have the baseball in the 9th. The Brewers have been one of the best teams scoring runs with 2 outs in Major League Baseball this year. And they've scored a couple of runs with 2 away in this 8th inning. And Bryce Terang has an opportunity to add more.
109 2-out runs by this Brewers team. They didn't look like a high-powered offense against Dustin May, but you get someone else in there, and all of a sudden, the Brewers are just so pesky, putting pressure not only on pitchers but on defenses as well.
Can close the book on May. He's responsible for both runs, 1 earned. Yelich, Churio the runners. Pitch to Terang, breaking ball inside, and a challenge from Pages.
Catcher challenging the pitch.
He's going to win it.
Pitch is strike. St. Louis has 2 remaining.
Terang's 0 for 3, looking for his first hit of the series. 0 for 9 with 7 strikeouts. That's a strike on the inside corner. See that little smile on Murph's face on that shot of the dugout? All right, here we go. It's a Brewers inning.
Yep.
Down low and in the dirt. Soriano is loosening for St. Louis. Again, McGill by himself with a save opportunity ahead of him in the 9th. Ground ball right at Wynn. Plays that clean this time and throws out Terang by half a step. Well, the Brewers bust up the no-hitter, and then they take the lead. A double by Mitchell was the first hit of the game for the Brewers. It was Yelich that tied it, and then the E6 on Mason Wynn gives the Brewers the lead and a chance for a sweep with 3 more outs.
Restart.
Keeping it rolling. How about Dustin May had a no-hitter through 7, and now he's on the hook for a potential loss. As Trevor McGill comes in to try and close the door on the St. Louis Cardinals and sweep this series. He's 5 of 6 in save chances.
Going for his 6th save of the season. Hasn't had a save since the 15th of May. Trevor McGill threw an inning in yesterday's ball game. 12 pitches for him yesterday, well rested, and he's ready to go, trying to lock this one down.
Gorman, Wynn, and Torres scheduled with a 1-run lead in the 9th. Strike 1 on Gorman. Two for 5 lifetime is Nolan Gorman against Trevor McGill. Fly ball left field. Churio, 1 gone. This copyright telecast presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers. 1 away from Mason Wynn, who made that critical error that allowed the go-ahead run to score in the bottom of the 8th. Strike 1 on Wynn. What a turn of events in the ballpark this afternoon. And the work that this bullpen did to keep the Cardinals with just 1 run. Wynn, a check swing appeal, did not go.
Sharp breaking ball below the zone. It looked like he went, but apparently held up.
Ground ball towards the middle. Tough play. It is right in between Ortiz and Terang, and neither one can come up with it. That was in no man's land.
Even if one of them comes up with it, that's going to be a hit anyway. Wynn running out of the box runs too well. Good thing Ortiz and Terang didn't collide on this. This is right in between them. Joey Ortiz just entering the ball game. Yeah, good thing they avoided each other.
A baseball hit Terang right in the ankle. So the tying run is on for Brian Torres. RBI triple in the 4th inning for Torres. Spin and a throw, and back is Wynn. It's where you might see the Cardinals be aggressive on the base paths with the tying run right there. McGill has a tough time holding runners.
Takes him a little while to deliver the pitch.
Torres squares, takes a strike. Wynn is 4 of 5 in stolen base attempts. You also have one of the best throwers in the league in Contreras behind the dish.
He's thrown out over 50% of base stealers so far.
0-1, there he goes. It's outside, and Contreras couldn't squeeze it. Tying run is in scoring position.
Had a good jump. It was a good pitch to throw on. This would have been close. Contreras unable to make the transfer to the throwing hand. Catching it on the second try right here.
A little sweep right here. Whoop, got it there.
Frustrated with himself.
Here we go. Trevor McGill with a 1-ball 1-strike count on Torres. Up high. Brewers bullpen is silent. There's a strike and a challenge from Torres. He's going to win it.
Yeah, this isn't even close. This is well above the zone.
Pitch is ball.
Cardinals are 4 for 4 today in challenges. Three and 1, big swing count. And a drive into right center. Mitchell has it measured on the warning track for out number 2. Tagging his win. He'll end up at third. The tying run 90 feet away. And Ollie Marmol will bring up a pinch hitter for St. Louis.
Yeah, 3-1 fastball, and Brian Torres gets underneath it, barrels it up, but it flies out to deep right center field. And Mason Wynn was busting it. You know, potentially, if that ball gets away from the cutoff man, he could have, scored. But a good job by Garrett Mitchell to bring that one in.
Jose Fermin was originally scheduled to hit, but they will bring up Yoel Pozo, who is 1 out of 8 as a pinch hitter instead to face Trevor McGill.
They're going over the scouting report right here. Extremely, extremely aggressive hitter in Yoel Pozo. Be careful on this first pitch. Usually it's relegated to hitting against left-handed relievers or left-handed starters, but gets the at-bat right here against the tough righty and Trevor McGill. See if he can get this last out.
Swings at the first pitch a ton, so watch out.
A little extra adrenaline right there from Trevor McGill. 99 with the heater.
And out away from a sweep of the Cardinals. Popped him up. Foul territory in the seats. It's 0-2. McGill wants a new baseball. Fans on their feet. 30,000 plus in the ballpark this afternoon.
See if they climb that ladder just a little bit more against Yoel Pozo. Either that or bury the breaking ball.
0-2 coming. Got him! sweep the Cardinals. First home sweep since 2011 against St. Louis. They were no hit through the first 7 innings, Vinny.
Yeah, what an incredible victory right here by the Milwaukee Brewers to be totally silent with the bats offensively against Dustin May, and they come back. Christian Yelich with the huge base hit to tie it, and then the mistake by Mason Wynn with the error for the Brewers to go ahead. What an awesome performance by this bullpen. Chad Patrick was great, and then Trevor McGill with his 6th save. That was a big save by the big right-hander and Trevor McGill. That was a sweet victory today.
Guess who picked up the win? Aaron Ashby. 9-0. 2-1 the Brewers finish off the St. Louis Cardinals. For Vinny Rotino, Sophia Minert, our entire crew, I'm Jeff Levering saying so long. Great day at the ballpark. The Brewers have a winning home